Hello everybody, my name is Vicky Dahalia and welcome to my first monthly update video. For those of you who only watch my YouTube channel and don't go to my DeviantArt, once a month I will make a journal post there talking about the progress of Noble Blood, plans for the future, and basically like new updates and stuff. I've decided to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do them in video form from now on, simply because it's more entertaining to do it in video form than to just sit here for like an hour and write up trying to remember everything that's happened in the past month. And I decided to make this one the very first video because it's quite special actually, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So first off, there's not much to talk about this month because school started back up and school is consuming my entire life. It is awful. So best case scenario, I'll only be able to work on Noble Blood about once a week, if I'm lucky twice. So in about a month, I'll have anywhere from 4 to 8 days worth of progress. So yeah, there's not much I can say about that other than it's going to be a living nightmare. But yeah. So basically last month where I left off was I was talking about how we've got some concept background art, which I showed off like 2 different settings. And I also talked about how we have the Judge 12 working on backgrounds, like final designs and stuff. I also mentioned that I no longer had the Creative Cloud, so I didn't have Adobe Animate, and the animatic could not be worked on in that time. I'm now happy to say that I do now have the Creative Cloud. If you follow my DeviantArt, you would know that. And yeah, so the animatics back in action, I'm working on it. It's pretty fun to get back into the swing of things, and I actually have a little preview to show you for the animatic. Again, if you follow my DeviantArt, you'll find out that I think about a year ago, I'm not too sure, but I think a year ago, I posted a journal about a preview of the script for episode 1. And it was basically just some dialogue between Pip, Kyle, and Chloe. And I figured since you guys had already seen that part of the script, I will just show you that part of the animatic. So here you guys go.
You guys feeling okay?
Me? What about you?
I'm fine. It's just hard to go straight to work after school and get home at 10, and then
be expected at school at 7 a.m. We get it. No need to complain.
Oh yeah? You try being a student and having to work almost every free hour you have to support not only you, but also 2 other students!
I would, but I'm not you.
Guys.
Oh, so the fact that you're not me means you don't have to lift a finger and help out?
Guys! Okay, so that was the preview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That part of the animatic specifically was one of my favorites to work on. I know it looks very rough and very jagged, like not smooth animation, but that's kind of the point of the initial animatic, just like setting the tone of things, like placement of everything and everyone, and timing, specifically timing. What else do I want to say? Oh yes, since I mentioned earlier that I'll only be able to work on Noble Blood anywhere from 4 to 8 days in a month, what I've decided to do is instead of just working on Noble Blood, we're going to branch out and do some other sort of Noble Blood related content. Now, this will delay the episode a little bit, but I feel like in the long run it'll be better because it'll keep you guys entertained, it'll keep the voice actors entertained, and I don't feel like I'm slaving away like just on an episode and I don't feel trapped. So one thing that we're doing is ASMR videos. And when I say ASMR, I don't mean like brushing on the microphone and whispering and stuff like that. That crap is weird. I mean like audio roleplay. And I don't know if that makes sense. And I can't really explain it. So basically we have a script of dialogue, one-sided dialogue for one Noble Blood character. The voice actor will read through the dialogue, and then as the listener, you put your headphones in, lay down, close your eyes, and it's like a choose your own adventure type thing. Now, like I said, I can't explain well, so I'll have a video link in the description with a video displaying what I'm talking about. The first character sort of ASMR thing that we have planned is Jason. That was a lot of fun to write. I think you guys will like it very much. Another thing that we're going to start doing is gameplays, and we've had this planned for a little over a year now, but I think now is a good time to start bringing it into action. We have a separate YouTube channel called Nobilis Connected, at least I think it's called Nobilis Connected, and basically the voice actors in character will go and play several video games and display their reactions. One series that we are working on is a series called Slay and Tinker, where Kyle and Jimmy are going to be playing Terraria together. It's pronounced Terraria, right? Terraria? Whatever. Another cool thing that we're going to do is improvs. So we'll have not all, but a select few of the main voice actors. You guys in the comments, you can suggest a scenario and we'll just go off the rails with it. We'll just take it and run. I love improvs, they're a lot of fun, but I suck at them, so that's another thing we plan on doing. And minisodes. They won't be fully animated, they'll be in animatic form, but just short, maybe 1-2 minute episodes, just to get a background idea of who the cast are, why they are the way they are. And speaking of why they are the way they are, I'm bringing the Noble Blood Beginnings comic back. So during the holidays, I'll have to do a lot of studying for school, but I'll set time aside once a day to do one page for the comic. That way when I go back to school, I have something to look forward to in the week to post the comic page for you guys. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is, it's not something that I talked about in my previous monthly update, but it is a journal that I made after the monthly update. At least I think it was after. And that's the use of OCs in the backgrounds. Now, I did make this journal. I didn't get any feedback, so far I have no Noble Blood OCs to be used in the background, which is fine, but I thought, it'd be a good idea to get the audience involved. That way you guys have something to look for when you rewatch the episodes. You can go, oh look, there's my OC, or oh look, there's so-and-so. I have talked to several other Deviant artists. Most of them have ignored me, but there is one, I'm not going to say who because it's a surprise, but there is one person so far who has agreed to allow me to use their OC and put them in the background as an Easter egg. Like I said, I'm not going to mention who they are, but they know who they are, and if for whatever reason they're watching this video, thanks so much, you're really awesome. I really love your work and it's amazing. But yeah, if you guys want one of your OCs or one of your characters to be featured in the background as a little Easter egg or a nod to you in episode 1, send me a link. Leave them in the description. Not in the description. Oh God, leave them in the comments. I want to include you guys. This is a group project. You guys mean the world to me. I want to, I want you guys to be a part of it. It's really special to me. Another thing that I want to talk about is an Ask blog. Now, I've done an Ask the Cast twice before, I believe, and it's failed both times. They would get asked maybe 3 or 4 questions, and then that's it. It would just flop flat on its face. There'd be no more questions. I was pretty skeptical about doing this again because I feel like it's just going to fail once again, because even though I have a bigger following now, out of the 80 something people, I think it's around 80 people who follow my DeviantArt, only about 5 or 6 of them comment on my stuff, and it's kind of sad to think about, but it's fine. At least there are people who support me. So if you guys do have questions, leave them in the comments. If I get enough questions, then maybe I will do another Ask the Cast. Maybe it'll work this time. I have no idea. But this time it's going to be a little different. not only do you have to ask the Noble Blood characters themselves, like Pip, Celeste, Jason, Jackie, all of those, you can also ask the Nobilis Connected cast, like the actual voice actors, the actual background artists, the actual animators, you know? So I feel like there's going to be a lot of fourth wall breaking because we do that a lot here at Nobilis Connected. We break the fourth wall a lot. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about this. I'm sorry that I keep rambling and like pausing and forgetting my words. I don't actually have a script. I just have a bunch of dot points right in front of me just to give me an idea of what I'm talking about. But hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much that I'm just rambling. I think that's all I wanted to say. If there's anything that I missed, I'll probably create a little extra after the video and like attach it at the end very awkwardly. But yeah, I think that's it. The animatic's in progress. It'll be a lot slower now that I'm back at school. But yeah, you have all that other content to look forward to. As well as the ASMR video in the description, I'll also leave a link to the animatic sneak peek, like just on its own without this video. That way you guys can like just rewatch it without having to go through my awkward speaking over and over again. Yeah, I think that's it. Goodbye, lovelies!